In the second episode of Loki Season 2, we see that Loki and Mobius reach London, the place where X5's tempad last pinged before going dark. They meet a very different X5. He is known as Brad Wolfe in this instance in 1977 London. He is enjoying life to the fullest while attending the premiere of his movie Zaniac. He has it all. He's a beloved star of a sophisticated horror movie. He might be dating Brigitte Bardot. For those who are familiar with Marvel Comics, Brad Wolfe is a figure that Thor meets on Earth 616. He was an actor who played the Zaniac, a serial killer, but eventually succumbed to the actual Zaniac. However, it doesn't appear that X5 will become a serial killer anytime soon. Loki corners him and uses his illusion magic to capture him while using his shadows to hold X5 down as he flees from Mobius and Loki. Once they have X5 in custody, they take him back to the TVA, but it is difficult to elicit information from him. When Loki, Mobius and B-15 attempt to question him, X5 responds by making fun of them. He mocks Loki, calling him the issue and placing the blame for all of the problems on him and Sylvie. Asserting that he is better at portraying the villain, he tells Loki to cease attempting to be a hero. When he prods Mobius, calling him nothing and telling him to wake up, Mobius eventually punches him in order to relax and obtain a slice of key lime pie from the vending machine. The two of them leave the cell. There, Mobius acknowledges that focusing on the present rather than alternative timelines is preferable. He might become aware that there is a better life for him than the one he was taken away from as a result of his curiosity. Obi is battling the temporal loom when he finds he can utilize the technology he created to mend it and allow it to adapt to all new branches. Without the temporal aura of He Who Remains, the blast doors cannot be raised. They can't stop a temporal collapse, not even with Casey's assistance. Only Miss Minutes has the ability to bypass the lock, but Casey understands that Miss Minutes is collaborating with Ravonna Renslayer, and Loki is aware that Ravonna has previously collaborated with Kang, so it's doubtful that Miss Minutes would even assist them if they manage to locate her. Mobius and Loki come up with a plan back in X5's cage. They believe X5 must be aware of Sylvie's whereabouts, but instead of bringing her inside, he simply departs and sets off to find a new life for himself. They stage a charade with Mobius barred from the cell, ordering Loki to stop torturing X5 and acting like the evil X5 had accused him of being. This ultimately succeeds as X5 points them toward the 1982 branch of the timeline. The return of Loki does not make Sylvie happy. She doesn't believe him when he says he's seen her at the TVA in the future and won't assist him. However, Sylvie enchants Mobius and reveals that Dox is preparing to bomb all the branching histories when he realizes that X5 knows something. As a result, she springs into action and determines where Dox and her army are in no time, attacking Dox headquarters with Loki and Sylvie working together to release a potent pulse of magic that renders Dox unconscious. The majority of the time frames have been blasted and the harm has already been done. In time for her co-worker to close the store for the evening, Sylvie arrives in her branching timeline. There it's calm, but we can see that she is holding the special tempad of He Who Remains in her hand.